On Student Press Network's live coverage of Wayland freshman football. I'm Aditya Welling. Alongside me is Gabe Likerman, and we're getting ready for a regular season matchup between the Wayland Warriors and the Plymouth South Panthers. And you can see, looks like Plymouth South is going to kick off. So Gabe, we know that this team is in a rare position as they have many 8th graders on the squad. How do you think that this is going to affect their performance today against this Panthers team?
Well, you said it, Aditya. There's a lot of 8th graders on a freshman football team, which is a little bit weird for people to experience, but it's going to be tough for Wayland to match up with these bigger players that Plymouth South has, but they just got to use heart over height, as people say, and I think that'll give them a real chance to win this game.
Yeah, no doubt, and you see will take the field. Speaking of heart over height, we saw last time Wayland won their first game of the season in a blowout fashion over Boston Latin. So they'll try to continue that here today. And out comes starting quarterback Jake Kennedy.
Yeah.
Takes a snap, draw play, and he gets stuffed behind the line of scrimmage, Max Dresens. And that's a big loss there for Wayland on first down.
Yeah, just really not good blocking from Wayland. Max Jessen's really nowhere to go and loses about 9 or so yards.
Yeah, and that's what it looks going to be. 2nd and 19 here. Let's see what Wayland can do. Again, the shotgun with Dresens next to him. Kennedy takes a snap. It's a QB designed run. Oh, he has some space to the outside. And a solid run there by Jake Kennedy. Looks like about 5 or 6 yards. And a 3rd and long, though, coming up for Wayland.
This is a tough position for them to be in. We're going to have to persevere. We're going to see what Coach Chase can draw up.
Same set. Max set up slightly behind him. Kennedy in the shotgun takes a low snap, recovers, lets one go, and it's picked off. Plymouth South with an early turnover in this game. They get the pick and great field position to start. Kennedy just tried to get one up there to convert to the 3rd and long, wasn't able to, and let's see what Plymouth South can do here.
That's a real gutsy throw by Kennedy, trying to make something out of nothing and really just paying the price there.
Yeah, no doubt. But now we can see how Wayland's defense will fare against, obviously, a Plymouth South that they weren't expecting to play. Again, had some COVID issues. Weren't scheduled to play each other until relatively recently. So let's see how they play. And Plymouth South will start with 2 backs. A heavy set. It's a toss to the outside. Has some room. Slips a couple tacklers, but Wayland gets around and holds him to a short gain. Great play there by the Wayland defense.
Minimal gain there. Good design by the coach, really trying to get his running back going on the outside.
Can't quite make out which quarterback Plymouth South is going to start with here, but we'll get that to you. And it looks like number 5, Connor Whalen, is on the field right now. And again with the 2-back set. Another motion, and they go, I guess, quarterback run here, and able to get some yards. Close to the first down. I don't think that fumble at the end counts. And had Wayland on their heels there. Looked like it was going to be another toss, same play the other side, but instead the quarterback, Connor Whalen, I believe, takes the run and is able to get some yards out of it.
Yeah, really just smart play by Connor Whalen, really recognizing the hole that the offensive line created, making the tacklers miss, and gaining a lot of yards. Now 3rd and short coming up for Plymouth South.
Yeah, this is a big stop here for Wayland's defense after the early turnover. If they were able to hold Plymouth South here, that would be huge. And a QB run, and it looks like it'll be enough for the first down.
Plymouth moving the ball here nicely after the turnover caused by Jake Kennedy's throw. Really trying to get on the board here fast.
Yeah, so here comes a 1st and 10, now inside Wayland territory. And you see Plymouth South starting with a lot of heavy sets. Definitely a run-first team. And it's a pitch. And he hits the outside, has some room. But a great wrap-up tackle there. Able to hold him for a relatively short gain. That could have been dangerous for Wayland, but it looks like it will be 2nd and about 5.
And you mentioned these heavy sets, Aditya, but I think it's really all about that Wayland is smaller. I think they realize that it's a lot of 8th graders on the team, which means size is lacking on this Wayland sideline. I think they're really trying to expose that, and what better way to do it with a bunch of run plays.
Yeah, no doubt. Good observation there, Gabe. You can obviously see that Wayland looks much smaller even on the field than Plymouth South does, and they're certainly exploiting that. And again, big formation here. And they'll fake the pitch and get a handoff. Wayland seemed to have it covered, but breaks a couple tackles and looks like he may have the 1st down.
That's going to be a 1st down here. Ball at about the 32.
Yeah, and a bunch of huge runs here. Not exactly, maybe not the biggest chunk plays, but just some tough runs, breaking tackles, and that's how Plymouth South has gotten to the Wayland 32, knocking on the red zone.
Wayland's just got to wrap up. They've just been missing a lot of tackles, really just letting this team go to work on them.
Yeah, let's see if Wayland can toughen up here at the end. Same formation. Same play, run it the other side, and he has room, and he's going, and that looks like it'll be a touchdown for Plymouth South. Jesse Hayes with the handoff, and he scores. It's 6-0 Plymouth South. And Gabe, as you can see there, just the same play as before, but this time they ran it the other side, and there was one man to beat, and Hayes was able to beat his man and get to the pylon.
Yeah, he's just turned on the jets. Wayland really let him slip free and went untouched to the end zone.
It looks like they'll be going for 2 here.
Really heavy set.
And it looks like a fumbled snap, and Wayland's able to hold. And that could be huge there for Wayland to hold them to that just 6 points there. Now a touchdown and an extra point would give Wayland the lead if their offense is able to right some of the wrongs that they had on that first drive.
Yeah, you mentioned that they've really just got to clean up their offense, really get themselves going here, and just try to get back into this game. Jake Kennedy's got to make something happen.
Yeah, let's see what they can do.
Plymouth South comes out for the kickoff. Wayland will receive.
Yeah, first kickoff looked like a little bit of a miscommunication or snafu there for Plymouth South. Only went around 10, 15 yards. Let's see if they can increase that here. So Gabe, what do you see from that first drive, both offensively and defensively? Obviously, both sides had opportunities, just weren't able to capitalize.
Yeah, Wayland just kind of got off on the wrong foot. Max Dresden's losing a lot of yards and really just costly throw. Boston Latin really just using their size, their advantage, and running the football.
Yeah, you see a much better kick there from Plymouth South, but Wayland, a great return there. A much better kick by Plymouth South, but Wayland was able to get that out to, looks like around the 38, 39-yard line.
That was Ben Wright on the return, really solid.
Yeah.
Making a couple people miss.
So, again, great starting field position for Wayland at the 39, at their own 39. Let's see what they can do with it.
And this Plymouth South team, really a big test. Boston Latin really was no match for Wayland. They were just all over them. This team, Plymouth South's really going to really going to test what Wayland's all about here.
Yeah, you can see number 1, quarterback Jake Kennedy. Again, Dresden's lined up, this time on his left in the shotgun. And he's able to complete the pass. Was able to fit it in there. A lot of Plymouth South defenders around, but Kennedy able to get the pass in there, and it looks like it'll pick up about 5 or 6.
Complete to Luke DiPatrio Froyo there, who's one of the 8th graders on the team. Had a very good game against Boston Lion, catching a touchdown pass from Jake Kennedy.
Yeah, no doubt. And if you could see, there was a free rusher, but Dresden's got the block on him. That freed up time for Kennedy to be able to complete that pass. Now it's 2nd and short. And off to Dresden's. No, it's a fake, and Kennedy held it, and he was taken down behind the line of scrimmage. Great awareness there from that Panther defender. The rest of the defense all thought the ball was with Dresden's, but Kennedy was snuffed out way behind the line of scrimmage, and they're now at their own 38. So 3rd and 11, another 3rd and long here. Let's see what they're able to do.
It's really tough position for Wayland being. They gotta capitalize on these early downs because now try not to escape the play. Seems to be a flag here.
And it looks like it might be a false start. Yeah, false start in Wayland. You saw early movement. I think it might be number 9. Early movement trying to start the play. And yeah, and they'll start even farther behind now at their own 32, it looks like. So a drive that started at their own 39 is now at their own 32, or 33. Excuse me, the referee just moved the ball. And it will be a 3rd and 16, another 3rd and long. Last time this turned into a pick for Wayland, so let's see if they're able to do something. Fumbling the snap, and they're complete it. And he gets good yardage there. Great play, able to get outside to the sideline. Gets out of bounds at looks like around the 43. Doesn't look like it'll be enough for the first down. Looks like it'll be around 4th and 6. And I believe the punting team is out. Yes, they will be. But an unlikely play, able to actually complete that pass on a wide receiver screen and bounce it out to the outside, gets around 10 yards. A better spot for Wayland to punt, no doubt.
Yeah, definitely been an exciting play. Maybe a little confidence booster for Wayland's defense, seeing what their offense is trying to do. Hopefully they can stop this Panther team and really stop their runs.
A great punt there by Wayland. Went pretty far. We don't know exactly where it ended up. But it looks like the Panthers are setting up at around their own 30. So great punt there by Wayland. And now let's see if the Wayland defense can get a stop here, get the ball back to their offense. And if you're just joining us, you are watching Wayland Student Press Network's live coverage of the Wayland Warrior freshman football team facing off against the Plymouth South Panthers. 7-0, Panthers scored on their first drive off the Jake Kennedy pick. Jackson Hayes on a long handoff for a touchdown, and they'll try to repeat that feat here on their second drive.
Yeah, 6-0 here, but Wayland's still very much in this game. And 6 is not a lot, just one touchdown, and then convert a 2-point version are in it. Quarterback trying to make something happen.
And he breaks some tackles. What a run there by number 6, Brady Hall, the starting quarterback for the Panthers. And he looked pretty much dead behind the line of scrimmage. And he was able to break a bunch of tackles and get a huge run out of that. What a play.
Pulling out his inner Lamar Jackson there, really making a bunch of people miss behind the line, looking like a broken play, but really turned it into positive yardage, giving them a first down.
Yeah, no doubt.
Wayland 45.
And those are also the type of plays, especially on later downs, that can just demoralize this Wayland defense that's already overmatched in terms of size. They need to be able to wrap up these plays that they're able to sniff out, especially with Plymouth South running all these heavy set runs. And you can see they're doing that again here, or setting up for one. And it's a handoff. Oh, and it's a fumble. We don't know exactly who recovered yet. We'll see. and Plymouth South was able to get on the ball. But a great strip there by Wayland. And those are the type of plays that if Wayland's able to recover, those can shift the momentum of this game.
I think just forcing that fumble, letting it seem Wayland put that ball loose, really might give them a spark on the defensive side of the ball. Really saying, hey, we can do this. We just almost did it. We just got to fall on the ball and turn it over, give it to our offense.
Yeah, no doubt. And now it'll be a second down here for, it looks like the Panthers actually gained some yardage because the running back had gotten around 3 or 4 yards before he fumbled that ball. And it's a handoff to the full. And he's able to gain, looks like 4. And I think it'll be a third down here. Third down and short for Plymouth South. Yeah, it looks like it'll be around a third down and 6.
I believe timeout has been called here.
Yeah, both coaches probably just want to talk it over with their teams, and I'm sure you can see the Wayland coach, congratulating these players on a great play there, almost a great play that could have shifted the momentum of this game on that forced fumble. But he's just telling them to continue what they're doing, and hopefully Wayland can pick up their intensity here and get back in this game. Only 6-0, but it certainly looks like the Panthers are just outmatching them, obviously in terms of size, but also in terms of hustle and intensity. But we'll see if that changes here going forward.
Yeah, I mean, Wayland's, now the field will switch sides here, as Wayland will take the defensive end on the other side this time, as Plymouth, I believe it is second down. Or, no, it's third, my bad.
Yeah, I believe it's 3rd and 6.
3rd and 6 here. Wayland, this could be the turning point. You got to stop them. Don't let them gain 6 yards. Your offense gets the ball back to try and do something.
Yeah, and I don't believe Plymouth South has even attempted any passes yet, so all been run, so Wayland knows what's coming. It's a handoff, and they're able to get beyond the line of scrimmage. A great stop there. Number 99 with the tackle, Dylan Offman. And a great play there by Wayland's defense.
And this will bring up 4th down. So now if you're the Plymouth coach, what do you do here at ETO?
Yeah, well, obviously with the 6-0 lead, you don't really want to be too risky. We also don't want to be too conservative and let Wayland back in this game. And it looks like
we're going to go for it here.
4th and 9, they're going to go for it.
It's going to be a throw the first time this game.
And the pass not able to be completed. Looked like it was on target, but just a little overthrown for the Plymouth South receiver. And Wayland's offense will take the field. Big stop there by Wayland's defense. That could be one of those drives where you look back on the game and say that's where the game changed. What do you think, Gabe?
Well, in my opinion, Wayland really just caught a break there. Really a good throw by Brady Hall. Just going off the receiver's fingertips. Really just could have definitely come down with that one. Just a little unlucky there. Don't know what's going on. Maybe it's the gloves, but
yeah,
just a miscue there.
Kennedy in the shotgun here again with Dresden's on his left. And the pass is tipped. We can't see yet. Might have touched the ground.
And it did. They're going to rule that incomplete pass.
Yes, a big break there for Wayland. It was off the hands of Luke DiPietro Froyo and could have been picked. Safety was waiting behind, but a big break there for Wayland. It'll be 2nd down and 10.
And we're noticing Luke DiPietro Froyo really getting a lot of targets this game. We had a couple catches, and he's just really been Jake Kennedy's go-to guy in this one.
Yeah, and the refs, I believe a timeout was called. Just want to talk things over both coaches. Gabe, what have you seen so far in this game?
Well, I've really just seen Wayland's offense become really lackluster here. They've just really just been getting dominated by this Panthers side. And then this Panther offense really run heavy, just looking like some old school smash mouth physical football. Just been running the ball constantly, different people, different sides of the field, really confusing Wayland. On that last drive, Wayland did get a stop. Hopefully that continues.
Yeah, no doubt. Wayland, as we talk about that stop, might be huge if Wayland actually ends up getting back in this game. Obviously, only 6-0 if you're just joining us. Wayland freshman football. This is Wayland Student Press Network's live coverage of the Wayland Warrior freshman football team. Facing off against the Plymouth South Panthers. Kennedy again in the shotgun, takes a snap. It's a draw to Dresens, has some room. Out to the outside, makes a move, makes a man miss. And he's going down the sideline, trucks a man, and gets down to Plymouth South territory, the 37-yard line. Big run, first big play of the game for Wayland. Gabe, what do you see there?
For me, that's just nothing new. I was commentating their last game against Boston Latin, and Max Dresens really just took over that game. Really, maybe has really been inactive in this one. Hopefully that play gets him going, because what a huge play to give momentum to the Wayland side.
Yeah, huge, no doubt. 37-yard line of the in Panther territory. Again, Kennedy in the shotgun. Dresden's on his right this time. He takes a snap. It's a quarterback run. Makes a spin move. Cuts to the outside. He has room, and he gets down to the Panther 20. Wayland will set up in the red zone for the first time today. 2 big runs gets them there. Gabe, just again, Wayland finally able to hit some blocks, and their runners making some moves, making some guys miss, and huge big runs there.
And to me, that was a Jake Kennedy spin move in the backfield. I think Panther defense really just thought they got him down, and he just turned that into positive yardage.
Yeah, and you see the hurry up here. Kennedy in the snap, in the shotgun, takes it, throws it up, and it's overthrown. Was looking right there for number 11, Finn Bumstead, but not able to complete it. It'll be 2nd down and 10.
Yeah, blitz ran there. Blitz ran by the Panthers, and Jake Kennedy kind of panicked under that blitz. Defense is really all over him. Just tried to get the ball out. Didn't want to take a sack.
Yeah, and obviously it's not talked about enough, but what a job by Dresens. Not only in the run game, he's had some big runs. Obviously that last one was the biggest run of the game, but blocking those 3 rushers off the edge, giving Kennedy time. And now he's in the shotgun, takes a snap, and a flag. Looks like a false start on Wayland, their 2nd false start of the game. And yeah, they're backing up. So it'll be 2nd and 15 from the Panther 20.
Oh, no, hold on. Balls. Oh, no, yeah. Ref's walking it back.
Yeah,
5 yards.
Panther 25-yard line. Wayland with their 2nd false start of the game. A 2nd and 15. Let's see what they could do on this down. Kennedy lines up again in the shotgun. Dresens on his right. And Dresens will get the handoff. Cuts the outside. Trying to make people miss, but they're all over him. That's a loss of about 2. And it'll be 3rd and long again, 3rd and 17 from the Panther 27.
Yeah, there was just no blocking there. Dresens really just had nowhere to go. Really tried to seal the edge, but just not quick enough there. Panther defense really cuts off the angle. Makes a great tackle in the backfield.
Yeah, and obviously Panthers have forced Wayland just in 3rd and longs this whole game. Their 3rd drive, their straight 3rd and long. Let's see if they're either able to convert it or get into better field position to kick this field goal and get points on the board. And it's a swing out pass, and he'll get into, and no signal yet, and he gets down to, I think, the 1. His knee was down, but a big play there for Wayland, again, coming through. And at the 1-yard line, Wayland will try to punch it in and tie up this game. Gabe, what did you see there?
That was Owen Finnegan, another 8th grader. Great throw by Jake Kennedy. Heads-up play by Owen Finnegan, knowing it's coming from him. To him, my bad. Just really taking it. Tried to extend that play, didn't quite get there. But ultimately, got the first down. 4 tries to get into the end zone from the 1-yard line. Very doable for Wayland.
Yeah, huge play. Wayland's had 3 huge plays here by maybe their 3 best players in Kennedy, Dresens, and Owen Finnegan, number 82. And the handoff to Dresens draw, and the Panthers are all over it. Snuff him way behind the line of scrimmage. And it looks like the 4, so it'll be a loss of 3, 2nd and goal for Wayland.
That's honestly not too big of a deal. They've got great field position, and there's going to be a timeout here.
Yeah, 3rd timeout of the game. Obviously, you want to talk things over, but yeah, what a drive here from Wayland. You know, obviously they looked down and out. They looked overmatched, and they just put their pedal to the metal and got 3 big plays, 3 big chunk plays. Obviously, the last one on the 3rd and 17. So, you know, talk about dire straits, and they were able to complete it, get to the 1. Now with the 4, with I'm guessing 3 downs to go. Obviously, we don't know how Wayland coach will play this, but I doubt he'll make a field goal on 4th down. We can guess that this is 4-down territory.
And also give credit to the coaches for this drive. Coach Chase really drawn up some nice plays that he knows his players will succeed in, really putting them in great situations.
Yeah, no doubt. Talking it over right now. And again, if you're just joining us, you are watching Wayland Student Press Network's live coverage of the Wayland Warrior freshman football team. Facing off the South Panthers. It is 6-0 Plymouth South right now, but as you can see, Wayland at the 4 of the Panthers, trying to punch it in. Hand off to Dresens, and Dresens gets in. Touchdown, Warriors.
Max Dresens, his 4th touchdown in the last 2 games. And Wayland ties this one up at 6.
Yeah, what a drive there. Obviously catalyzed by 3 big plays. And Dresens has been at the center of all of it. Obviously, you rarely talk about the blocking of a running back, but the Panthers have blitzed a couple times. They've had some free edge rushers, and Dresens has blocked it, given Kennedy time, and that's kept this drive alive. And now, it looks like Wayland will be kicking the extra point.
And this kick is good.
Kick is good, and Wayland has a lead. It is 7-6 Wayland Warriors over the Plymouth South Panthers. Gabe, what did you see there on that final touchdown drive?
Well, Dresens really sparked the momentum with that big run. This really just sparked the Wayland offense, then punches it in for a 3-yard touchdown. As I said earlier, 4th touchdown in the first 2 games. He's really just been this Wayland offense's secret weapon that teams really got to notice. As this game is now 7-6, Wayland takes their first lead of the game. First extra point of the season attempted too at ETA. Last game, I don't know if you watched it, but I was actually in the studio with fellow WSPN reporter Max Brand, and Wayland went for 2-point conversions every single time. They really, I guess this week in practice, they really focused on their kicking game, and I guess it paid off there because now Wayland has the lead.
Yeah, obviously, and you talk about Max Dresens, he's just the engine of this team, and I think all the players and coaches know it. As he goes, this team goes, and as he goes is into the end zone for this 7-6 lead for the Warriors. They're kicking off, and let's see what happens here. It's a good kick. Received at around the 27, and a great tackle there by Wayland. Great special teams play. Stopped the Panthers, and they'll set up at around their own 33-yard line. And obviously the Wayland defense, last time they were on the field, what we need to talk about is that stop that they had. The Panthers almost completed the pass on 4th down, but a little bit of an overthrow, and Wayland was able to give the ball back to their offense, who obviously did the rest. So now let's see what this defense can do.
Yeah, they just came off, as you said, turnover on down. Stop of this Panthers team has just been running heavy. We'll see if their play style changes, but we don't know what the coach is going to draw up.
And it looks like it will. This is a new set here as Hall takes the snap. And it's a completed pass. He has room. He's down the sideline. He cuts in, and it's a tackle and a fumble. And Wayland's running it back. And he will be wrapped up at around his own 20-yard line. What a turn of events there. Obviously, and the recovery there by number 32.
Which is Max Dresens at ETA.
Yeah, Max Dresens.
Really just making plays on both sides of the ball. Not sure who really forced that fumble there. Great forced fumble there, but wow, what a play by Wayland. Really just picking their heads up.
Yeah, and an injured player, we think, on the field. We see Wayland's kneeling. Don't know who it is. Obviously, we hope the best. But until then, just on that play that just happened, what a turn of events. Obviously, great pass there actually by Hall, who was able to get it over the Wayland corner, and you can see a Plymouth South player is down. We don't know who it is.
That was the receiver there, DT. He really got
Yeah.
hit hard on that play that really forced the ball loose. He looked like a touchdown, if I'm being honest. He made that one-man miss on the sideline. It really looked like he was going to take that all the way
Yeah.
on just the second pass play of this game
And
by
that
Plymouth
is
South.
number 9 for the Plymouth South Panthers, Matt Crowley, who we think is down right now. He just straightened himself up a bit, still on the ground, but obviously we hope the best. We don't know what the injury is. But yeah, Gabe, like you said, obviously hit hard. We don't know exactly who forced the fumble for Wayland, but we saw that Max Dresden was able to pick up the fumble, and just what a huge play there. We see him getting up, and hopefully he's okay. But yeah, Wayland set up now at their own 20-yard line. What a big play.
And it just sucks to see people get injured, but injuries are a part of this game, football on the professional level and really this young level. They've just a lot of injuries. That's why they wear all these protection to limit all these injuries, but nothing you can do. It's part of the game, and we hope the best for them.
Yeah, no doubt. And again, Wayland will set up, looks like Kennedy in the shotgun. And it looks like
Kennedy
88.
to throw.
Ridley Keegan was on his left that time instead of Dresden's. Maybe they were giving Dresden's a break there after that run back on the fumble. And the throw is complete for short yardage there, around 3 or 4 yards, and it'll be 2nd and 6.
4-yard catch was by Ben Wright, little slant route. Defensive back was playing a little too far away from him, saw the opportunity.
Yeah. Snap, and it's a draw play. This is Ridley Keegan, who gets good yardage and gets the first down. We see Dresden's first 2 plays of this drive isn't in the game, but Ridley Keegan, an 8th grader, are able to fill that void for the time being and get this big run there for a first down. So Wayland now at their own 35, up 7-6. You see Panthers making substitutions. And a flag, and I think, is it another false start for Wayland? Yeah, and it's a false start. We'll be backed up to their own 30 now. 1st and 15. But yeah, Gabe, what do you think plays like that fumble right there, obviously on what looked like it was going to be a 40 or 50-yard play for the Panthers, turning into a turnover? What do you think that does to the Panthers and for the Warriors?
Well, for the Warriors, they're definitely all smiles on that sideline, especially that defensive side of the ball. Really just turning this game around, hopefully, for this Wayland team. And this Panthers team is they're just not as happy as they hope to be as Kennedy rolls out.
And Kennedy makes a move, but he gets wrapped up. What a play there by Plymouth South, number 86. And it looked like Kennedy for sure was going to get big yardage there, but he's wrapped up. 86, Dylan Volkringer. What a play and a tackle. Kennedy trying to make some magic there, wasn't able to. He gets maybe looks like around 3 or 4 yards, so it looks like it'll be 2nd and 11 here for Wayland.
Max Dresden's back on the field here to Kennedy's left.
Yeah, Kennedy again in the shotgun. Dresden's moves from his left to right. And he takes a snap. And he gets stopped. It looked like it might have been a miscommunication there. Not exactly sure. Tried to make something out of it. He gets stopped at around the line of scrimmage, so it looks like it'll be 3rd and 11 for Wayland.
And this is another really unfamiliar territory for Wayland at this point.
Yeah. See if they can convert another 3rd and long here. Kennedy takes a snap. Oh, and he fakes the throw, pump fakes, but he gets wrapped up behind the line of scrimmage. Just trying to make something happen again. 3 straight plays. Kennedy tried his best, but just wasn't anything there. And around a 3 or 4 yard loss, and it'll be around 4th and 14 here, and the Wayland punt team comes out. But no doubt, regardless of the end of that drive, just the fact that Wayland was able to force that turnover and what was a for sure scoring drive for the Panthers is just huge.
Yeah, the fact that they're still winning this game is absolutely phenomenal. This team really just picked their heads up in the middle of the play. It's hard to do. Is force that fumble and stay in the lead of this one, as another timeout will be called. The teams will talk it over.
Yeah, fourth time out of the game. And if you're just joining us, you are watching Wayland Student Press Network's live coverage of the Wayland Warrior freshman football team facing off against the Plymouth South Panthers. Wayland is up 7-6, and they will be punting on a 4th and 14. So far, it has been a pretty defensive game. Obviously, some big chunk plays for both teams, but both teams have a turnover, and both those turnovers have been pretty crucial to this game.
Wayland will punt this one. A good punt there for Wayland.
Great punt, and it'll bounce in Wayland's favor, and they'll down it at the Panther 43. So actually relatively good field position for the Panthers at their own 43-yard line. Obviously trying to, we don't know if you didn't see us the last play, we had Matt Crowley was down on the field. We don't know if he's back, but Brady Hall, the starting quarterback, who's played well so far here today, we will try to regroup the troops and lead them down the field to take this lead. And having a talk with his coach there. See Coach Chase yelling instructions to his defense. And out comes Hall and into the huddle. And let's see what the Panthers, what they respond with here. And this formation has been pretty prevalent throughout the game for the Panthers. And it's flipped to Jesse Hayes, who scored the touchdown early on, and he gets a big run. Looks like it's a first down. And just a lot of trickery here. Wayland sometimes able to keep up with it, but when they aren't, Panthers able to get some big runs. Obviously there, it looks like a fake handoff, and then flipped it to him. And Hayes did the rest, and it's a first down inside Wayland territory.
And you mentioned that the trick play. Wayland was really fooled by that one, especially that defensive line. Really just closed in on Brady Hall, and he just looking for his safety valve in Jesse Hayes and just picking up good yardage there, moving the chains.
Yeah, and it's very similar formation here. But this time, Hall will drop back to pass. It's rare. He throws it up, and it's tipped. Almost caught, actually, by number 86, Volkinger. But
Jake Kennedy breaking up the pass. The quarterback getting in on some defensive action.
Yeah, no doubt. Big play there. That was one of the rare passes by the Panthers so far in this game. I don't believe they completed one, which led to the fumble to Matt Crowley, who had a big run before he coughed it up. But other than that, Panthers have stayed run heavy here. Obviously, as we talked about, Wayland with a bunch of 8th graders, so they're relatively undersized. Panthers have been exploiting that so far. And this time in the short shotgun, Hall will take the snap. And a blitz, and he will be sacked way behind the line of scrimmage.
That is Max Dressens.
What a play.
Max Dressens again getting in there.
He has just been all over the field on both sides of the ball. Wow, what a play. Just absolutely shot the gap at 100 miles an hour. And Hall had no chance there. As soon as he took the snap, Dressens was all over him. And if you just read down Dressens' stat line here today, he obviously has a big run there. He has the fumble recovery. He has the touchdown. And now he has this, at least a 20-yard sack. Let's see where the refs put it. But he's just been energetic. And as we talked about, he's the engine of this team, obviously on offense. But he's showing on defense, too. He holds up at the end of the bargain. And that's why Wayland's up 7-6 in this game, Gabe.
Yeah, Max Dressens, he comes from a long line of athletes. All his brothers played sports and still do. His brother, Jackson Dressens, currently a junior. He's one of the captains of the Wayland boys soccer team. He's very athletic. His 2 older brothers played football here at Wayland High School. He's just been a part of a long line of athletes here.
And you see the refs put the ball at the Panther 40. So 3rd down and very long. Obviously, you can't even see the and now you can. It looks like a 4th down and 15. That's what they'll call it. And a long throw, and it's picked off. It's Jake Kennedy. He's running down, and he'll get tackled inside Panther territory around the 47-yard line. So Kennedy and Dresens, two big stars on offense, making plays here on defense.
Yeah, really unusual to see. You don't see that in a lot of football games. People play both sides of the ball here. Just great play from the two, and just really turning this game around for Wayland, and that's why they have the lead in this one.
Yeah, no doubt. And as we talked about, the Panthers have been very run-heavy, but as soon as they drop back to pass, it's resulted in 2 turnovers, which is really why Wayland's in this game. And now Kennedy, with Dresden's next to him, lines up in the shotgun, takes the snap. It's a pass, and it's a nice quick out, and he runs it, and he gets stopped at a 42. A good 5-yard gain there by number 12.
Just Peyton Moran. He had a pick 6 in the last one against Boston Lion, like about a 60-yard pick 6, just taking it down the right sideline all the way for 6 for the Warriors. 40-12 win against Boston Lion, just dominant performance.
And Wayland continues with the hurry up. Kennedy again with Dresens on his right, takes the snap in the shotgun, drops back pass, airs it out down the field, and it's incomplete. In heavy coverage there. Kennedy obviously just trying to get something. I think he was looking for Luke DiPietro Froyo. Wasn't able to complete the pass, and it will be 3rd and 5 for Wayland off the turnover.
That honestly looked like it was going to be an interception there. The defensive back positioned very well for that one. Unlucky break there for Plymouth South, and a very lucky one for Wayland.
Yeah, and Wayland tries to run hurry up, but they're talking it over right now. And now Kennedy will line up in the shotgun. Dresden's on his right. He'll take the snap, and a flag throw, and we think it'll be another false start, and that it will be. So Wayland will start back at their own 47 where their drive started on 1st down, and it will be a 3rd and 10. Wayland is no stranger to 3rd and longs. They've had that most of this game, and the one time they were able to convert it, they were able to get a touchdown out of that. So that's obviously been what's plaguing them from really taking a commanding lead of this game, those 3rd down and longs. How do you think they're going to solve that here today, Gabe?
Well, I think the passing games, it's been working, but not as well as the run. I think they've got to get Max Dresens a really solid look for him to break through the tackles and get that 1st down.
Kennedy takes a snap, tries to avoid a rusher, and he cannot. It looks like he was able to get the ball out, and they call, it looks like it'll be grounding. Oh no, it'll be, yeah. Not sure exactly what the ref called there. He signaled the Wayland side, but it might have been roughing the passer he was trying to call. Not exactly sure. But regardless, it looks like Wayland will be forced to punt on a 4th and long. Kennedy again just trying to make something happen. Wasn't able to.
Yeah, Jake Kennedy is just got stuffed by that rush, and he just had nowhere to go, really just trying to get rid of the ball, trying not to take a sack, but really just blown up play for Wayland, and this punt team will kick it off to the Panthers.
Yeah, a couple good punts so far here for Wayland. Let's see how this one fares. And looks a little short. But it takes a Wayland bounce down to around the 33-yard line. So a couple lucky bounces there by Wayland on their punt so far have set up Panthers inside their own 35. And this one will start again actually at the 33. And again, if you're just joining us, you're watching Wayland Student Press Network's live coverage of the Wayland Warrior freshman football team facing off against the Plymouth South Panthers. Wayland is up 7-6 in this game, but as you can see, it's Panther ball trying to make something out of this. The last 2 Panther drives have resulted in turnovers. A long play to Matt Crowley, the receiver, he fumbled, and Dresens was able to pick up. And then obviously in the last drive on a 3rd and relatively long, Hall threw a rare pass and was picked off by Kennedy. Now Hall in the short shotgun takes the snap. The rush coming, and he lets it go, but incomplete. Looking for Volkinger there, but it'll be 2nd and 10. Okay, what have you seen so far from this Wayland defense able to stiffen up here? Obviously early on, it looked like Panthers were having their way.
I think Wayland's really figured it out. They've really just figured out this is run dominant, and the pass has not really been working for them. They've only had one. It's just a pitch.
And he gets outside, and he has run. He has room, and he goes down the sideline, and a big run there to around the Wayland 35. Evaded a couple tacklers, and that is number 28 for the Panthers, who is Justin LaChance. So we haven't heard much from him today, but he gets another pitch here, and he has room, and he'll bounce to the outside. He still has room, and he gets to the Wayland 17 or 18-yard line. 2 big runs by him, and those are the type of things that can demoralize the defense that's been playing well so far.
Yeah, this Wayland team has just had really good defense after that first drive, but now just getting eaten alive by this rushing attack.
And the Panthers run hurry up. Blitz coming. Hall avoids it, tries to make a move, and he's still on his feet. He runs inside, trucks a man. Wow, what a run by Hall to get to the Wayland 11. Looks like it'll be a 6 or 7 yard gain. And that's happened a couple times where Hall has looked like a fish dead behind the line of scrimmage, and he's able to avoid a couple tacklers, and this time gets the Wayland 12-yard line.
Yeah, Wayland has just not been able to tackle this guy. He's really shifty. He has been all over it. This is going to be... The clock says 0. Not really sure.
We're not exactly sure what was happening right now, and it looks like both teams are huddled with their coaches. But obviously now the momentum has shifted. It looked like Wayland already had it, obviously with their last 2 turnovers by Dresens and Kennedy respectively. But now with those 2 big runs by LaChance there, and now set up in the Wayland red zone at around the 12-yard line, this would be a huge punch in here if the Panthers are able to capitalize.
Yeah, they've really just got to band together and just try to score here. They're right there knocking on the door, ball at the 7. They're in that heavy formation, looking like a run play.
Yeah, with the fullback behind. Oh, and a blitz, and it's Dresens, and he forces the pick. And it will be, just waiting to see exactly who came down with it. It'll be number 36 who comes down with the pick.
Jack Kerrigan there.
Jack Kerrigan, but again, everything is catalyzed by Max Dresens. Comes with his the second blitz of the game where he just erupts through the line of scrimmage, unblockable really, and gets after Hall. Hall tried to force one up, and it was just waiting there for Jack Kerrigan.
Jack Kerrigan really heads up play, realized the ball was out. Most people thought it was a sack, but he realized the ball was in the air, heads up play to make that interception and give Wayland the football back.
Kennedy in the shotgun, hands off to Dresens. Dresens has room, but he will get stopped after around 3. So it'll be 2nd and 7 here from Wayland. And Gabe, you just can't say enough about how Dresens has played on both sides of the ball. He's really the reason Wayland still has this lead. After LaChance had a couple big runs, looks like a timeout.
And I think it's going to be halftime here at ETO.
Halftime, yeah. And that'll be it for the first half of Wayland freshman football. And if you're just joining us, you're watching Wayland Student Press Network's live coverage of the Wayland Warrior freshman football team facing off against the Plymouth South Panthers. It is 7-6 Wayland, and we'll be back for the second half. Thank you. Welcome back to Wayland Student Press Network's live coverage of Wayland freshman football. I'm Aditya Welling, and alongside me is Gabe Leikerman. We're getting ready for the second half of this regular season matchup between the Wayland Warriors and the Plymouth South Panthers. And you see the kickoff there. The Panthers will fall down at around their own 37. And if you're just joining us, it is 7-6 Wayland Warriors right now, with the 1 touchdown scored by Max Dresens, who has really been the MVP of this game by a long shot. Gabe, what did you see in that first half?
Well, I just saw the defense. First drive, they were a little shaky, really surprised at this Panther heavy run set that they show. But now they've really a great start, 2 turnovers for them. They forced a fumble and got an interception right on the goal line. This offense has just been handing the ball off to Max Dresden. He's really been making plays on both sides of the ball, offensively and defensively.
Yeah, and the Panther quarterback Brady Hall lines up in a heavy set again. We saw a lot of that early on. He breaks the tackle, gets to the outside, he has room, and he will get the first down. So good play there by the Panthers, obviously confidence-wise. And they, as Gabe talked about, they were on the doorstep right around the 11-yard line. Justin LeChance, number 28, had 2 big runs that set them up inside the Wayland red zone, but they just weren't able to punch it in, obviously because of Max Dresden, who had his second big blitz of the game, forced a Hall throw-up, and that just led right into the arms of Jack Kerrigan. And as Gabe talked about, 3 turnovers for this Wayland defense, a 1 fumble on what would have been probably a touchdown drive for the Panthers on a long run, and then 2 picks, one by Jack Kerrigan and one by the quarterback, Jay Kennedy. Another heavy set here. It's a toss to the running back. Looks like LeChance. He cuts to the outside. He has room, and he looks like he has a first down. So 2 big first down runs here for the Panthers. Looks like they have found their identity again after losing it near the end of the first half.
Yeah, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Just run the ball, get Wayland. Wayland's not on their toes. They've just got to keep it up. Max Dresden's really got to make a play here for Wayland.
Yeah, and you can see him right there around the middle linebacker position. He's shot the A-gaps a couple times, and one led to a big sack, and the other one led to a pick. Another heavy set here. Hall right behind the center, and it's a fumbled snap, and he falls on it, and that'll be lucky break there for the Panthers, and it'll be 2nd and 10.
It's a real heads-up play there by Hall. He really just, bad snap, he really just couldn't get on it. Fell on the ball, really heads up. Really, you think about these kids, they're freshmen, they're really young, might not have as much football experience as a lot of these viewers are used to watching, so you got to appreciate all these moments that these players show that are real bright spots for the future.
Yeah, and you see, again, a heavy set. Wayland loading up the box. They expect a run, and the blitz comes, and fooled everyone. A big hit there at the end, but nonetheless, will be at least near a first down. Looks like Hayes was on that run, and Jesse Hayes, who has the Panthers' only touchdown of this game, but Gabe even got me there. I thought the ball was still with Brady Hall, but a little bit of trickery which they've used, and it is a first down. So 3 first downs here on this drive, and what did you see there?
I think that fooled everyone, not just you. It fooled our camera guy as well. Really just solid play design there from coach of the Plymouth South Panthers.
Hall behind center, takes a snap, hands it off to LeChance, and he gets around 4. So it'll be 2nd and 6. And see what happens here. Sorry, not LeChance, that was Hayes, I believe, on the run. The Panthers have used really multiple running backs. They've used their quarterback, obviously, Brady Hall. They've used number 28, Justin LeChance, and Jesse Hayes has gotten some action on handoffs. And this time LeChance is in the backfield behind fullback, number 44, who's been key for them so far, Gavin Schultz. And a little bit of a scrum there. And it'll be 3rd and short, it looks like.
This Wayland defense, a bit demoralized to start this half, just kind of getting ran over by LeChance and this Panther team, just hoping to get a stop here as they await this 3rd down.
Yeah, let's see if they can toughen up here on this 3rd and 2. And it is a run, and it looks like it'll be enough for the first down. So, Panthers now in a first down in Wayland territory at around the 16-yard line, trying to take back the lead in this game. There's been a defensive battle so far. Wayland's winning the turnover battle right now at a +2. an early pick there by Kennedy, but he got it back with a pick of his own. But now you see Panthers knocking on the door. Wayland's defense is really going to have to toughen up here like they did last time that the Panthers got in to the Wayland red zone.
Someone's got to make a play here at ETO. They've really just been showing run. It's just going to be a pass.
A rare pass. He's rolling out, and he gets to the sideline, and Dresden's with a tackle. Who else? Dresden's with a tackle. Looked like Hall had a chance to break one off there. Would have been a tough one to get that in, but Dresden's came from behind, made the tackle. But still a positive run there. Looks like around 7 yards, and it'll be 2nd and 3 for the Panthers.
And I don't even know what positions Max Dresden is playing right now, but it doesn't matter. This kid is everywhere. He's very versatile, can play many different positions. You talk about anything on the D-line, any linebacker position. He can even play some corner, too. He is just very versatile, getting after the QB there.
Yeah, and you can see he really helps his teammates a lot. His presence on the field just eases up his teammates, and you saw he got the pick there for Jack Kerrigan last time the Panthers were in here, and this time they hand it off to the fullback, Gavin Schultz, who gets the first down and gets it to the Wayland 5. So this is actually the farthest into Wayland territory the Panthers have been. Obviously, their first touchdown was a relatively long run of around 20 yards from Jesse Hayes. And then last time, they were inside the Wayland 15 at around the 11-yard line until Max Dresden's blitz forced the Jack Kerrigan pick. So Wayland didn't have to do much inside their own 5 in terms of defense. But now they'll have to with, again, a heavy set we see here. Hall right under center with LaChance behind Schultz. Hall, maybe a little bit of fumble snap, and he gets outside, and it's a touchdown. Panthers had everyone there. Hall kept the ball. Beautiful design. And it is 12-7 Panthers. Let's see if they go for the 2-point conversion to make this a 7-point game. And looks like Hall is coming off the field. So they might be attempting this extra point. Not exactly sure.
We'll
and Hall
have to
comes
wait
back
to
on.
see. Yeah, he's back on the field.
12-7 Panthers. So Plymouth South takes back the lead, but no time on the clock right now. Not sure exactly why, but yeah, the Panthers are trying to make this a 7-point game. Last 2-point conversion on their first touchdown. Wayland got to stop. Let's see if they can get another one here. Hall bounce to the outside, and he gets back to tackle, but a flag, and it could be holding there on Hayes. You saw number 22 there for Wayland was appealing to the officials, Ben Wright, as soon as it happened, and it looks like it might be a hold on the Panthers, and that's what it looks like it'll be. My guess is there it was on Jesse Hayes, and not sure exactly what's happening here, but backing up now to their own 15.
This is a long 2-point conversion here at ETO. This is not what you see every day for 2-point conversions. We'll see if the Panthers can get in the end zone here.
Yeah, peculiar. They're not sure exactly what happened. It looks like a hold, but nonetheless, it's a chance behind. Hall in the short shotgun takes a snap. It's a drop back pass. He throws it, and it's a catch. What a catch. And that is Volkinger with the catch. With 3 Wayland defenders right around him, just snags it. Mosses a couple guys and gets a big catch there, and that will give now the Panthers the 7-point lead. Is 14-7, and we got a game here.
Their first lead since early in the fourth quarter. In the first quarter, they've just been really patient. They've been holding this Wayland team, except for that one drive, and they went back to what was working for them, and it got them into the end zone.
No doubt. And now with this Panther kickoff, we'll see where it ends up. But Kennedy and Dresden's will get back on the field for the first time in what seems like a while. A long drive there by the Panthers. You can expect the Wayland defense to be a little fatigued, and obviously with players playing both sides of the ball, you never know how that'll affect their offense, Gabe. What do you think?
Yeah, it's just like they could get out of breath, tired. Hydration is really important. Like, this is the time for guys who play both sides, like Jay Kennedy and Dresden's, who are about to come out onto the field for the offensive side of the ball to get hydrated. You don't want to be out there with nothing to drink.
Yeah, and we're seeing a lot of timeouts here. Maybe that's exactly why. Obviously, an abnormally hot day here, in around the 50s. So hydration, as Gabe said, is key. But a kickoff here for the Panthers, pretty short. It's fielded. Oh, and it's fumbled. It's muffed there. Able to get back on it is number, I believe that's, it's 68. Number 68, who is Wilson Harding. And he will allow the Warriors to set up now their own 32, or around the 32, 33-yard line. So Kennedy will come back on the field and try to at least tie this game up and see if they're able to do that. And we're switching sides of the field, so I believe that's oh no, they're redoing the kickoff, I believe.
Yeah, they are. It looks like something went wrong on that the officials saw. Fortunately, this is not the NFL where the officials have microphones to announce what the call was, but
yeah, there might have been a timeout called before the kick, and then they weren't able to stop the play before it happened. That's my guess, because there was no flag on the play. So nonetheless, it'll be kickoff again from their own 40 by the Panthers. Actually, probably a good thing considering the fact the last one was relatively short. Maybe they can pin them back a little deeper. And this one is around the same. This one fielded by number 32, Dresden's. Dresden's gets out of a bunch of tackles, and he's going down the sideline. And he has space, and he steps out of bounds. That could have been huge, but nonetheless, we don't know exactly where the refs will spot it, but who else but Max Dresden's making big plays for Wayland, setting them up. Looks like in Panther territory. Don't know exactly where. Refs will put it at the Panther 34. And
great
Gabe,
field position
just
there.
again, what do you see there by Dresden's just making something out of nothing?
And there's nothing left to say. They've been doing it, or he has been doing it all game long. He's just been everywhere. Now on special teams, we're seeing him, Aditya. This could be the face of Wayland football in a couple years. He's only an 8th grader. He'll be here for a very long time.
And
As
flag, and I guess it's another false start. Wayland's been called for a couple false starts here. Obviously, freshman football, you expect a lot of sloppy play, but don't know exactly what was called there. Oh no, this one will actually be on the Panthers. So maybe an offsides call or an encroachment or neutral zone infraction, excuse me. And Wayland will get this 1st and 5. Kennedy in the shotgun with Dresden's. And another one. And we don't know if this is on Wayland or on the Panthers. Yeah, and the refs call on the Panthers. And Wayland, on 2 straight penalties, gets the free 1st down. Gabe, we haven't seen many penalties here from the Panthers, mainly on Wayland. But obviously some sloppy play there, trying to guess the snap count. And this time it bites him twice.
defensive end number 51, you see he's jogging off the field there. Coach is having none of that. He is just giving Wayland a free 1st down. You can't afford to do that.
Yeah, Kennedy in the shotgun with Dresden's to his left. Takes a snap. Hands off to Dresden. Dresden has a man to beat to the outside. He beats him. He's down the sideline. Gets a stiff arm and gets the 1st down. Just running hard, running tough. Just doing everything his team needs, Gabe. You can't say enough about the effort Dresden has put in here, which has led to the results.
And you mentioned running tough. He is only an 8th grader. And look at the size of him. He's just as big as his freshman teammates and freshman opponents. He is just a really good size to him. Reminds me kind of Derrick Henry. He's pretty big as a lot of the guys who are supposed to be bigger than him. For his position, Derrick Henry's absolutely massive, just like Max Dresden's. They play a similar way too, running, stiff arming, and trucking. Really just similar play style, and that's a compliment for Dresden's.
Yeah, Gabe, no doubt. 2,000-yard rusher there in Derrick Henry. And I certainly see what you're talking about. It just looks, even though he's an 8th grader, as a man amongst boys when he runs. And even on defense, as we talked about, he's really, can't remember the last time, I've seen a player make impact plays on all 3 phases of the game. We saw the special team run, which set up this great field position at the Panther 34. He's had a pick, a couple sacks. He's a pressure that forced a pick, and he has Wayland's only touchdown of the game. And now he could be the reason for their second. Again, on Kennedy's left, Kennedy play action, and it's dropped. Low throw there, trying to reach number 12.
Just Peyton Moran.
Peyton Moran. So it'll be 2nd down and 10, really around goal because it's at the 11-yard line. So Wayland really has, obviously we don't know how the coach will play it, but my guess is they really have 2 downs here to try to punch it in the end zone. What do you think they should go for here, Gabe?
I think a run play is really good here. Just coming off a great carry by Max Dresden, who's actually not on the field. It's actually Jack Kerrigan who's on the field in the backfield for Wayland.
Yeah, Kennedy takes a snap, hands it off to Kerrigan. Kerrigan has space. Kerrigan makes a move. Kerrigan has a touchdown, but there's a flag on the field. We'll see exactly what is called. The refs are talking, and no signal yet.
I think this
And
one
it
might
looks
be
like
coming
it'll
back.
on Wayland.
This one's definitely coming back at ET. Not looking good for Wayland after a great play.
Holding on the offense. Don't know exactly who it's on, but that's just a killer game after Kerrigan made a couple great moves and punched it in the end zone. But now they'll have to set up this time at their own 18, at the Panther 18, and try to punch this one in. So it'll be 2nd down and around 17. Let's see what they do here. Kennedy takes a snap, fakes a snap to Dresens, throws it on the run to Luke and he is tackled. Great tackle there. Volkinger's actually played a great game on defense. He just caught the 2-point conversion, but defense, he's made a couple impact plays there, having some great tackles. He wrapped up Kennedy on when Kennedy was about to make a big run there, so can't say enough about how Volkinger's played on defense so far. But that tackle at around what looked like the 15-yard line will set up this 3rd down.
Volkinger, you mentioned it, very versatile player. He's been all over the field, offensively and defensively, as you said.
And I believe a flag was thrown. We didn't see it, but the ref putting a flag back in his pocket, we don't know exactly what was called. But Wayland's moving up to the 14. Maybe that is just from the play that occurred, but nonetheless, it is 3rd down, as you can see. 3rd down and what looked like around 13. Really 3rd down and goal, because not much left at the 1-yard line. Kennedy takes a snap. Kerrigan stopped the blitz, but a fumble, a scrum for the ball will let you know who picks it up.
I believe Wayland will maintain possession here.
Wayland maintains possession, but we have an injured player for the Panthers. You see all the teams, on both teams kneeling. And we had an earlier one. We don't know exactly what happened. But obviously you never want to see that. Can't see exactly what his number is, but when we do, we'll let you know of his name. But yeah, Gabe, you just never want to see that type of stuff. And looks like he's able to get up. That's big, and he might be staying on the field. He'll come off for a play, but that's great there to see that, Gabe, because that looked like it could have been bad. Trapped under a bunch of players, but he's able to get up.
Yeah, it's Stefan Critchorfer there on the injury, coming out for one play, but just great toughness getting up from that one. Looked like big pile, and you always wonder how heavy that is to have 5-6 guys laying on top of you after a loose ball. Just a lot of weight on your shoulders, and
yeah, no doubt, great toughness there, and I think looks like on this 4th down and goal, if you really want to look at it, considering the fact that the 1st down would be at the 1-yard line. So Wayland really has one play, and you see Coach Chase, who is not shy at all, looks like, instead of Dresden's, looks like Ridley Keegan will be, and it is knocked down. Volkinger, who else? He's made a bunch of big plays on defense. And it'll be a turnover on downs on what was a drive started by a great special teams run back by Max Dresens. Well, unable to capitalize, though. I don't know exactly why Dresens wasn't, or didn't look like he was on the field on that fourth down. Obviously, you expect, and Dresden's coming out now, but you expect Dresens to be on the field for a crucial fourth down in this game. But he wasn't, and nonetheless, it'll be Panther ball, this time starting at their own 16-yard line. Gabe, what does that Panther stop
This just really gives them momentum. They've just scored a touchdown on one end, and after a great return by Dresden, stopping Wayland in great field position. They don't have such good field position for their offense now, but just a great stop by this defense.
Hall behind center, heavy set, and it looks like a bit of a fumbled snap there, able to get back on it. Justin LeChance ends up at the bottom, but a loss of about 2. So 2nd down and 12. Wayland trying to get the ball back to their offense. Don't know exactly how much time is left in this one, but you can expect, pressures mounting, obviously, for Wayland. They know they won't have many tries left to tie this game up or take the lead if they go for the 2-pointer. And offense comes back from the huddle. Another heavy set with Gavin Schultz in at fullback at 44 and a little chance behind him. And Brady Hall fakes everything, comes out, has some room to run with on the outside, and Wayland hustles to him and is able to wrap him up. But Hall definitely got some good yards there. And he is okay. Obviously, see a pad come out there, but he looks okay. But nonetheless, a great run there, actually, by Hall, but an even better stop there by Wayland. Hall looked like he had a lot of room to run on the sideline. Wayland got to him, and it looks like they'll spot him at around their 19. So I believe that means it is a 3rd down, and 7 to come.
Yeah, Hall's showing a lot of toughness on these running plays. He's just been hit the ground running. I think he might be their leading rusher despite all these runs that they've had. He's all over the field.
It's a snap. It's a pass. Hall backs up. Blitz coming. And definitely not enough for the 1st down. Actually completed the pass there to Jesse Hayes, who has one of Panthers' touchdowns. But not enough for the 1st down, and looks like, obviously the punt team coming out for the Panthers. So a big stop there by Wayland, holding the Panthers to a 3-and-out. They'll get the ball back to their offense. And obviously you never want to say must score, but Gabe, is the next offensive drive here for Wayland a must score?
I think so. I think you could say that. This team, they're down by a score. They've 14-7 game, and clock's ticking. Clock is ticking, especially with all these run plays. As this punt, we're going to Wayland. A good punt here.
Big punt there. Big boot. Takes a little bit of a friendly bounce now, but rolls over. Regardless, Wayland actually gets good field position. That turnover and downs there for Wayland actually helped them here, because that 3-and-out left the Panthers back inside their own 20. So Wayland starts inside Panther territory. Looks like the refs signaling a flag. Don't know exactly what was called. Regardless, it looks like Wayland will start inside Panther territory at the 40. Not sure yet. At around the 43-yard line. So 43 yards to tie this game up or take the lead with a 2-point conversion. Gabe, you think a lot of pass here, you think a lot of Dresden's here, or you think a little bit of a mix of both?
I think it'll be a little mix of both. I think Jake Kennedy hasn't been throwing the ball too much, but I think they've really just got to do it here. They've got to change up something, because at this point, if you're the Panthers coach, you are expecting, I don't know if he knows Dresden's name, he's expecting 32 to get the ball. That's what he's expecting. You got to throw a curveball at him. You got to maybe some play action here, maybe fake handoff to Dresden's and a play action for Kennedy to roll out and make something happen. because you just gotta. They're expecting 32 as he's jogging on the field right now to get the football. Just switch sides because that was the end of the quarter. That was the end of the third quarter there. So clock is really ticking for Wayland, and they got to make something happen.
Yeah, and switching sides of the field here, as you can see, Wayland will start at the Panther 43. Kennedy in the shotgun with Dresden's on his right. And Kennedy bounces to the outside. He has room. He'll go. He'll slip a couple tackles. Spins to the Panther 36. So a gain of about 7 there. Second and short coming up. Dresden's with the lead block, who's done everything here today. And yeah, so now Wayland at the 36 running. They've run hurry up for most of this game. And they'll continue that here. Kennedy again with Dresden's on his right in the shotgun. Takes a snap. Has time. Unloads. Downfield. And it's a catch! What a great catch there
By Ben Wright.
from Ben Wright, number 22. And that'll set up Wayland inside the Panther 10 at around the 5-yard line. What a throw there by Kennedy. Really the only play I can remember where Kennedy's had a good amount of time to throw, and he makes use of it and throws into what looked like it could have been double coverage, but a pinpoint pass. Wright came down with it and sets up first and goal.
And Ben Wright, I was actually watching the whole play. Great release off the line of scrimmage, looking like Devontae Adams, really beating his man. The handoff
Dresden's
to
with the handoff, and he is stuffed at the line.
Yeah, but you mentioned it. Ben Wright, I was watching the whole play. Great release off the line, really forced the DB to bite on him, really taking it over the top. Great route, and just a great catch. Great throw by Kennedy as well.
And no doubt, and now a second and goal at the 5. Let's see what Wayland will do here. Obviously, you expect a heavy dose of Dresden in the shotgun now. And at the timeout there for the Panthers. So obviously, both teams want to talk it over, and it's crucial through 2 or 3 plays. Obviously, we expect it's a 4-down territory here, down 7. So Wayland really has 3 plays here at the Panther 6 to punch it in. See what they do.
And to me, this play is going to be a throw right here. I think the last 2 you can afford to give it to Dresden's, but I think this one, you're going to catch him by surprise and do a little pass. Maybe wrong, but that's what I would do if I'm Coach Chase talking about quarterback.
Yeah, we know Chase has no problem. He's not exactly the conservative type. He wants his players. He trusts his players to make the plays that he asks them to make. And I obviously saw that last time they were down in this territory. They had a 3rd and 17, and it's a rollout pass, and able to convert it, and that set up the first touchdown. Let's see what they do here. It's a fake, a play action. Kennedy has lots of time. He throws it, and it's a bit too high there. I think he was looking for Owen Finnegan, and that was a beautifully designed play. Everything was set up perfectly, just a little bit too high for Finnegan. Could have been a touchdown there, but it will now end up as 3rd and goal.
Yeah, the 2 more chances. This is 4-down territory, as you've been saying. Late in the game now, we're about, just guess because we don't have the clock, we're about halfway through the 4th. Just Wayland looking to get the ball here. Jake Kennedy. Here's the snap.
Takes a snap. Hands it off to Dresden. Dresden has room. Dresden is going. Touchdown, Wayland Warriors. Great design there. Lots of room. Wayland had some good blocking. Dresden's with his 2nd rushing touchdown of the game. 5th of the season in these 2 games so far. And let's see what Wayland does here. They could go for 2, which would give them the lead. Obviously, the first time they completed a pass, and it looks like they will be going for the extra point to tie this game up. They made the first one.
Makai Walker, the kicker on this one. Jake Kennedy's the holder. Snap.
And it's down.
It's looking good.
It's good. Great kick there by Makai Walker, number 15. And with that, it is a tie game, 14 apiece here in the 4th quarter. Can't ask for anything but this on a Saturday morning, a tie game in the 4th quarter. We're expecting to get the ball back. Haven't changed the scoreboard yet, but as far as we know, that extra point looked good. So, Gabe, what is it going to take here for Wayland to get this stop, get the ball back to their offense, and try to lead this game-winning drive?
They've just gotta keep someone who's always eyeing Hall. Brady Hall has been all over them on the rushing side of things, not really through the air. He has been running a lot. They got to get someone who, in my opinion, should be Max Dresens to really wrap him up, because he's, in my opinion, the best tackler on this team. So I think they've just really got to have him key in on Hall, and they just got to stop this run. I think this pass is not really the biggest problem for this Wayland defense. It's more the run and these stacked run packages.
Yeah, no doubt. And Wayland kicking off. A great kick there. Obviously a little low to the ground, but gets very far. Not even in the frame right now. And he will pick it up. Don't know where it'll be down.
About the 3. It's looking like the ref's standing on the 3-yard line.
And what a kick there. I believe that was Makai Walker again.
That was. He caught them by surprise there. Everyone was
low to the ground, but powerful. Goes all the way back. And the Panthers will set up at their own 3-yard line. Wayland has really, this game has been about momentum. And every single time the Panthers have seemed to take hold of it, the Wayland has come back and taken it right back. Obviously with the touchdown there and then a great kick, setting the Panthers up with by far the worst field position of the day.
Yeah, it's just mental toughness. That's really what it is at ETU. Wayland is just persevering so many times this game, countless times. They looked like they were out of it, and bam, they come right back.
Dresens gets through the hole, but the chance will bounce it to the outside. He gets past a couple and gets a good gain there out to the 10-yard line. A 2nd and 3 coming up. But obviously, Wayland, if they're able to hold them here, would not only hold them on bad field position, but will get themselves great field position, probably inside Panther territory to start the drive. So huge couple downs here coming up for this game to go forward. 2nd down and 3. The Panthers have run with a heavy set this whole game, and they'll do it again here with Hall, who hands it off to LaChance. LaChance breaks the plane, and he gets, looks like around, good yardage there, around 10 yards maybe.
And that was actually Aiden Morrow, who's someone we haven't really seen, number 22.
And a injured player on the field.
Talking to the coach.
Number 59, I believe, is the injured player. 59 is Ben Jackson.
Ben Jackson, another 8th grader. He has just not been too active today. We really haven't said his name too much, but hope he's okay. You hate to see this happen. Been a number of injuries this game. One for
see Chase consoling him there, Coach Chase. But yeah, obviously, like Gabe said, never want to see any injured players. But it'll be nonetheless at their own 20, 1st down and 10. Heavy set again. Hall takes the snap and hangs out to Gavin Schultz, the fullback, who's played a quietly great game, but it's a fumble at the end. We don't know, and it will be Wayland ball.
What a play!
A play. Don't know exactly who forced it or what happened there, but they say, yeah, and it looked like Schultz was already on the ground, but apparently not. We don't know who forced or recovered it. Obviously a bit of a scrum there, we can't see. But nonetheless, by far the biggest play of the game so far. And that'll set up Wayland at the Panther 27. Gabe, what do you think of that play?
That was just really good from Wayland. As you said, we thought that Schultz was down on the ground, but Wayland didn't give up, punching that ball free. This is that 2nd forced fumble and fumble recovery of the game, giving them great field position and looking to take a lead here.
Kennedy with Max Dresens to his right in the shotgun. Takes a snap, runs to the outside, has room, gets by the opposing quarterback there and gets a big run. See that? Never see that. A quarterback versus quarterback there who was able to get by Brady Hall, who was the Panthers' only chance to salvage that, and stiff arms him a little bit, gets to the outside and gets a big run there. A 1st down at the Panther 14.
Great heads-up play there from Kennedy, really looking to seal the edge there, knowing he has the speed to beat Brady Hall on the outside, getting the 1st down.
no doubt. And now at the 14, Kennedy, again with Dresden to his right. It's been familiar throughout the game. And Dresden's bounces to the outside. He has room. He will get to the outside, gets by tackler, and he will score. Third touchdown of the game for Max Dresden. And that will give Wayland the 6-point lead, 20-14. And Gabe, what do you think of that? Obviously, we've seen a lot of those bounce outside plays, and Dresden just does the rest.
Well, classic Derrick Henry, putting his head down, putting his shoulders down, just muscling through the contact, getting in there.
Dresden's looks a bit shaken up at the end of that play. You can see hands on his knees right now. But he'll stay in the game. And now with this extra point, Makai Walker, that would give the Wayland the 7-point lead. Snap, a little bit of a fumble, and it is blocked. So it'll stay a 6-point game, 20-14. But you just can't say enough about the Wayland effort here. Down 14-7 after a big long drive by the Panthers. And Wayland comes back, gets a couple of turnovers, obviously the big fumble there. And Dresden's has just been the catalyst for all of it. But pretty much everyone on the team has contributed to getting this 13-0 run that's given them the 6-point lead. How are they going to close this game out, Gabe?
I think just keep giving the ball to Max Dresden's. And also, we haven't been giving enough credit to the guys in the trenches. The offensive linemen have been phenomenal for Max Dresden's, making holes for him to run through. Of course, some of his runs have been to the outside, like that touchdown we just saw right there. But some of them up the middle, great blocking by the offensive linemen. Can't give him enough credit.
Yeah, Gabe, no doubt. And just to mention a couple of them, you talk about Emmanuel Nazaramba, number 75, who's been in the trenches on both sides and just played great blocking-wise. And then you also want to talk about Cole Duffy, I believe, number 90. I think I've seen him a couple times on the Wayland line. So, yeah, no doubt. You see this everywhere as a short kick gets out of bounds. So I think that means Panthers will start at their own 40. But, yeah, as Gabe, you were saying, you see this obviously in the NFL as offensive linemen don't get the credit or star notoriety that they deserve. But they've really been huge for Dresden's. And they're a big reason why Wayland's up 6 in this game. And, again, if you're just joining us, you are watching Wayland Student Press Network's live coverage of the Wayland Warrior freshman football team facing off against the Plymouth South Panthers. Right now it is 20-14. Wayland, they were down 7-6, and they scored 2 quick touchdowns off of a couple turnovers and turnover on down, sorry. And then the fumble there by Gavin Schultz, number 44, the fullback, set Wayland up at the Panther 27 as Hall bounced to the outside, has room. Gets to the sideline. A flag is down. Hall is still on his feet. Hall is still in bounds. And depending on the flag, Hall right now would be at the Wayland 40. But we'll see what happens. Looks like it's coming back. And it is. You see the Panthers walking back there. But anyways, as we were saying, Wayland right now with the 6-point lead due to Schultz fumble set them up at the Panther 27, and Max Dresden, who's been the MVP of this game so far, who has all 3 touchdowns, did the rest. And that's where we stand with the Panthers, who were just penalized, will start now. A big drop back. Will now be at their own 21. So that's a lot of yards lost by the Panthers on what we believe is first, and by the looks of it, that's first and 24. Not sure exactly why they were penalized by so much, but Hall pitches it back to LaChance. LaChance gets through a couple of blocks. LaChance is stopped at the 32. So a good gain there by LaChance of about 10 or 11. And
yeah, 28-yard line, really good position. Yeah. Trying to get back to that first down marker all the way at the 45.
And that'll set up 2nd and 13. Or 2nd and 12. Oh, no, sorry. 2nd and 17 for the Panthers. So obviously the Panthers trying to tie and then take the lead with a touchdown here. Hall with Schultz behind him. Chance swings around. Hall fakes it to him, and Hayes has a lot of room to run. Hayes bounces out to the sideline. He has space. Kennedy, great hustle play there, brings him down. But that will be enough for the first down. Great play design there. Everyone, including us here, thought the ball was going with LaChance. Fakes it and gives it to Hayes, who has a touchdown here in this game. And he bounces, had a lot of room, and obviously Kennedy with a great hustle play to track him down. But now at their own 47 with a first down. What does Wayland need to do here to stiffen up and stop this Panther rushing attack, which has been on and off, but when it's on, it's really been exploiting Wayland.
To me, it goes to the linebackers. Linebackers really got to be the guys that have to watch quarterback's eyes, where he's going with the football, who's the ball going to.
Pitches it back to LaChance. LaChance has blockers. LaChance gets through the hole, and he will end up inside Wayland territory at the 40-yard line. So a couple of big runs. LaChance seems a bit shaken up on that play. Don't know exactly how he is, but he looks okay. But again, like you said, Gabe, linebackers, everyone on this in the box here for Wayland. Obviously, the secondaries haven't had much to do today. They've been trying to run cover, I guess. But this time, Hall looks like he kept it, and he did. And Hall runs for about 8 or 9 yards. So, yeah, around 8 yards there. So that'll set up a 2nd and 2. And Wayland's defense just looks tired, to be honest. They don't look like they're all the way in it right now. You can see all of them bent over. They're all absolutely gassed. And you can see the Panthers taking advantage of that. So whenever it's been like this, we've seen Max Dresens be the one to take it over. Let's see if we can do that again here.
Well, we hope as snap.
Hayes again has a lot of room. Hayes bounces to the outside. Hayes down the sideline. And he stays in bounds. And he will be wrapped up at the 11. And the Panthers have just done anything they want here on this drive. And they started at 1st and 24. And since then have just absolutely owned the ground here. A bunch of running plays, a bunch of misdirection. And that has led them to the Wayland 11-yard line.
This Wayland defense, you mentioned them being gassed. A lot of them play both sides of the ball. So this team, tired, they got to get their momentum back for one final defensive stop.
Hall takes a snap, and he runs with it. And Hall trucks a player, and Hall gets it down to the Wayland 3-yard line, or 2-yard line, excuse me. And that will set up a 2nd down.
There's an injury.
An injured player
on the field.
Can't see exactly. It looks like number 32, Dresens. And Dresens gets back up. He looks okay. So a bit of a scare there, obviously. But he looks okay, and it will be technically second and around 1. But if you really look at it, it's really around 2nd and goal, considering the Panthers only need 1 more yard to punch it in. So obviously, big plays here coming up for both teams. Don't know how much time is left, but regardless, see what they could do. Hall takes a snap, and he will score. Touchdown, tie game, 20-20 all, with that touchdown run there by Hall. And depending on what the Panthers do here with either an extra point or a 2-point conversion, that'll determine whether this game is tied or whether the Panthers will take the lead. Gabe, what would you do here?
And for me, I've just got to play it safe, and I got to go with the extra point. We haven't seen them go with the extra point all day, which might say that they're really weak in the kicking department. So they might go for 2, but if I would have confidence in my kicker and try to get 1 here, but they will not do that. They're going to go for 2 here. Heavy run set, as a timeout will be called here by one of these teams, as defense will talk it over. This is one of the biggest plays of this game. Wayland have to get a stop, and Panthers have to take the lead for the third time in this game. This could give the Wayland defense, who's looked so tired this drive, maybe to catch their breath, drink some water, get their heads back into this game.
Yeah, no doubt. And yeah, it's obviously come down to the wire. 20-20 all for now. Obviously waiting on this extra point or a 2-point conversion. But regardless, if Wayland's able to get a stop, and it looks like it will be a 2-point conversion. If Wayland's able to get a stop here, like they have the past or the first time, obviously Panthers able to convert a long extra point the second time, and Hall will take the snap and complete it to Volkinger, and it will be a 2-point lead. 22-20. The Panthers are up, and if you are just joining us, you are watching Wayland Student Press Network's live coverage of the Wayland Warrior freshman football team facing off against the Plymouth South Panthers. As you can see on the scoreboard right now, it is 22-20 Plymouth South. Wayland waiting to get the ball back. Again, we have no idea how much time is really left in this game, but we do know it is the fourth quarter, and we do know that it has been a back-and-forth game so far. Wayland started off down 6-0, able to punch it in to take the lead 7-6. Then to start at the second half, Plymouth South went on a long drive, got the lead back 14-7. Wayland then went on a 13-0 run to go up 20-14, but missed the extra point. That proved costly here. I guess regardless, it wouldn't have mattered considering the Panthers finished off a 2-point conversion, but regardless, it is currently a 22-20 game, and let's see if Kennedy and Dresens and the rest of the Wayland offense can get that lead back. Kickoff here, and not a very good one. It is fielded, and a truck there by number 15.
Makai Walker.
Makai Walker, who kicks for Wayland and just absolutely bulldozed a would-be tackler. But regardless, it will be great field position at around the 50 midfield. It looks like they'll set up at their own 48. And Gabe, obviously, time ticking down. We don't know exactly how much is left. But regardless, what do you foresee here, and what do you think we should do?
For all we know, this could be the final drive of D2. This could be the last drive of the game, last chance for Wayland to win this one. Down by 2. I don't know if a field goal's in the cards here, just because their kicking has been from very short range, so I don't know if that's really in the cards. But touchdown definitely is. They've scored 3 so far. Definitely do it again. Here's Jake Kennedy.
Kennedy takes a snap. A little bit of a low one. He corrals it. He goes down the field, and it is picked off. Picked off by number 28, Justin LaChance. And obviously, Gabe, like we talked about, we don't know how much is left, but that could be it for Wayland's hopes here. And just a big miscommunication. We obviously looked like Kennedy thought that number 22, I believe, was the receiver, intended receiver, Ben Wright. We believe he thought that Wright would keep going on that route, but he stopped, and LaChance kept going with it, made the pick. Kennedy's second pick of the game, and that will set up right now the Panthers at their own 28, up 2.
That was just a devastating blow for Wayland. This bench probably not so happy with that play. But now this is going to be a couple runs here. Wayland's got to get a stop quick.
And they get one that time. Hall on the QB run.
Timeout called by Wayland. You can hear Coach Chase yelling for a timeout to
Dylan
stop the
Hoffman,
clock.
number 99, able to wrap him up. And considering the timeout here, obviously we don't know exactly how much time is left, but our guess is that means we are ticking down here in this fourth quarter. Wayland has to, like we talked about, stop these next 2 run plays by the Panthers. Get the ball back to their offense, and depending on how much time they have, try to punch that ball. Either if they trust their field goal kicker Makai Walker, either at around the 20, we don't know his exact range, or most probably a touchdown to take that lead. But regardless, right now it is 22-20 Panthers, and they have the ball now at around looked like 2nd and 9 at their own 29-yard line. And it'll be Hall, a heavy set again. They've run that most of the game, this time with just Gavin Schultz, the fullback, number 44, behind him. Takes a snap. It's a sneak. He tries to bounce outside. Gets a couple more yards. Brought down there at the end by number 20, who looks like that will be number 20, who's Gio Sebastianelli. And that'll set up obviously the biggest down of the game so far. 3rd and looks like about 6. 3rd and 6 here. If Wayland's able to stop this, obviously you expect a run play from the Panthers. But Gabe, what would you be thinking here if you were the Wayland defense?
If I'm the Wayland defense, this is neat. You know what's coming. It's going to be a run. You know it's going to be a run. Get them off the field quickly. Let your offense have as much time as possible. As they get the stop here, it's going to be 4th down after a minimal gain by the Panthers.
And they're able to get the
But
stop
I
there.
think this is going to be the end of the game.
And it is. And that'll be it for the Wayland freshman football game. Final score, Plymouth South Panthers 22, Wayland Warriors 20. And a hard-fought game throughout. A great game to watch, great game to commentate. And again, I'm Aditya Welling. Alongside me was Gabe Leikerman, and this is another edition of the Wayland Student Press Network's live coverage of Wayland freshman football. And that'll be it. Thank you for joining us.
We'll see you next time.
See you next time.